She's black and vocal, vocal, vocal. She's black and vocal as fuck, vocal. She's black and vocal, vocal, vocal. She's black and vocal as fuck, vocal, vocal as fuck.
Hey y'all, welcome to Black and Vocal as Fuck. It's your girl Sean Janae, aka Soul Sister. Today is episode 4. We will be talking about finessing fashion with some fashion gurus in Kansas City. I'm super fucking excited. I say that every episode, y'all. I'll be like, I'm super fucking, but I swear I'll be really super excited about the episodes because I'm dope and they dope and it's just a dope ass fucking show.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, let's get into it. Who we got here today?
I am DeLo Stylez.
And I am Rachel Hughes with Studio Rae, Crochet Creations.
You are the best.
Oh my gosh.
You are the best.
Oh my gosh.
She gave an elaborated intro and you gave a brief intro, so you need to redo your shit.
I am DeLo Stylez.
He gonna do it and I'll be like, all right, let me do mine again.
We ain't got time for y'all shit
Okay.
today.
I'm DeLo Stylez, a fashion designer born and raised from Chicago, Illinois. Here I am.
Chirac?
Chi-Town.
Chirac and Killer City?
Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Oh, not Chirac?
I don't like that Chirac.
Y'all don't.
Chicago
We don't
people
like
don't
Killer
like
City
Chirac.
either, but that's who we
Every
are.
city has been Killer City at one point.
We're
in time.
literally at the top of the list.
Okay.
You guys are there with us.
Point.
That is not how it got. Pew.
Pew.
What are you holding?
I don't know.
No, don't do that. You don't have a gun, do you?
I don't.
I can tell.
Not yet.
I talked to you about that shit, didn't I?
have a gun. No.
Boy, At this point, it's just the company I keep, y'all, because every show goes left. I'm trying really hard to talk about fashion today, but that shit is not going to last too long. Okay. Are you born and raised in Kansas City, ma'am?
I am. Born and raised KC, Missouri.
But you have a connection to Chi-Town.
I do. My husband is from Chicago.
Ain't nothing like a man from the shop.
I know.
That's right.
Calm down. Don't get too excited. It's early.
Okay.
Y'all Sunday fun day. They been drinking. I ain't been drinking. I just had a little bit. I'm on a cleanse. So I got some Crystal Light. I'm trying to get.
That's what she tell us
trying to get.
Are you unlocking your better self?
My better self is being fucking unlocked. I'm just trying to unlock the slimmer portion of the better self.
I love that.
So I can be a little bit healthier, but you know, that's another show.
Okay. To be slim and trim.
Yeah, okay. You had a long night
Like
last
me.
night.
I had a very long night. Actually, I went to work at 4 a.m.
You got a job, Tommy?
Yeah, I gotta work. I gotta sponsor my dreams.
What you do?
People don't think we be working
work.
out here. Real jobs in this
I work
thing.
for
On the streets?
not on the streets.
Not no more.
Never. I go to work and then I get into my fashion.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
Your thug
These dreams do not come free.
They too
Yes, you got to hustle to do it, right?
That's right.
So what'd you have yesterday?
Yesterday I had a big old fashion show at the Shed Aquarium. It was huge.
That's what
It was
she
huge.
said.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what she said and he
Actually,
said.
both of them, 'cause
I
they're
like
a
she
couple.
and he. Hey, oh shit, you like couples too?
That's a whole different episode. We already did the episode.
We did. We gonna do that episode every time, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Okay, my bad.
But I had a great fashion show yesterday. It was just my 6th fashion show of this year.
God damn.
You know, this has been my breakout year.
That's
So,
what's up.
The demand was on me, and I
love
went
it.
here and there and everywhere. I won't do that next year, though.
You gotta pace yourself.
Yes, I learned to pace myself.
But now you out there and your name is out there, your face is out there, your designs are out there.
Yes.
So
I can rest a little bit.
there you go.
Thank you, Lord.
All right. So everything turned out good.
It was phenomenal.
That is amazing. At the Kansas City Zoo,
That's right. At the aquarium.
the aquarium, and the aquarium's
It's
fairly
brand
new.
new.
It
That's
just
right.
opened.
That's right.
Last month, maybe?
It was phenomenal. Yeah, last month. And it was a silent show, so they had on headphones.
Oh, my
and
God.
I had custom music, and it was just
I wanted to go, but I
A
seen them
dream.
ticket
It was
prices,
a dream
y'all.
come true. I dreamed this dream when I was 10 years old, actually, because I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and we have the Shed Aquarium there. And the planetarium, I always used to go to those places on field trips.
Manifest that shit.
Manifested. And my grandmother on my father's side, she said, you know, you had this dream when you were 10. And
Okay, I'm not crying, y'all.
it brought it back to me. And really, it was a dream come true last night.
That is fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Manifest your dreams, goddammit.
For real. Write the vision, make it plain, and it'll come to pass.
You gotta get closer
Okay.
to the mic that you like so much.
I don't
But we're not gonna suck the mic or lick the mic or bite the mic today. We're just gonna talk
Not
into
today.
it. Have you ever talked into? Never mind.
Yes,
okay,
I used to host a
different
radio show.
No, I was talking about.
She's about to
the
take it a
other
whole
mic.
nother direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Never
I'll
mind.
talk to it.
Okay. What do you say?
Like this way
Oh.
or like this way?
Anywho, a shit show, y'all, every time. Okay, so the crazy thing about your manifesting of your dreams when you were 10, because I know a little bit about the person on the end, if y'all notice a few similarities.
That's true.
That's my little sister. How long have you been manifesting this dream of yours?
I always say my 10-year-old self. Anytime somebody asks me about what I'm doing or what my goal was or my dream, I always address my 10-year-old self because that's really the age where I could remember me walking around with sketchbooks. Everybody in my sketchbooks they were on the runway. Like, I would just sketch up designs, and every year, every class, people, hey, let me see what you made yesterday. Let me see what you sketched out last night. Sketches since I was 10 years old. From 10 years old, probably about my freshman year in college. It's just all sketchbooks of designs that I would draw on the runway. And
Now you on the motherfucking
I am
runway.
on the motherfucking runway.
When I say this girl can crochet, clearly.
Oh.
I've seen some work from her because we did a fashion show together.
We did.
And
Our
my
first, but
mouth
won't be the last.
won't be the
one.
last.
Mhm.
My
Sounds like
mouth
a
was on the
collaboration.
floor.
I'm
Absolutely.
event planner, guys, stylistic events. In case you
Hey.
need a coordinator for
That's
your
right.
fashion show, y'all working on.
Hey.
That part.
Shameless plug.
Period.
Okay. So you crochet.
Yes, I do crochet. So being a fashion designer has been my dream since I was a little girl, but I never really took to sewing. For some reason, I was just like, I really don't want to sew. So I just kind of threw that whole fashion designer dream away because what else can you do if you don't know how to sew? I mean,
Clearly, you
But-
can
So we thought. So we thought.
so I thought.
Mhm.
So once I started crocheting and I tapped into would do research and look up crochet tutorials and just all kind of pictures, and I just realized like, okay, I can do what I like to do, this new hobby of crocheting, and just marry it with my dream of being a fashion designer.
How did you? What is crochet? Because she done snapped on me before when I shouldn't send her a picture of a knitted thing. She's like, that ain't crochet. I'm like, what's the difference?
The difference is the outcome and what you have to do. So, long story short, to knit, it requires 2 needles. So, anytime you see somebody with 2 needles in their hand, they're knitting. When you crochet, it's just 1 hook. So, you got 2 needles.
So you're a hooker.
1 hook. I'm your favorite hooker. I'm everyone's
Period.
favorite
I love
hooker.
it. I love it.
Okay,
I
how
love
much
it.
money you be making, girl?
I mean,
On the high end side. Yeah.
high class. Okay.
That's right.
So you don't knit, you hook.
I
So
hook.
1 hook versus 2 needles, and the outcome is the hat.
Well, this is a part of the outcome, yes. Or your sweater.
Or the robe.
Or the robes.
Or the dresses.
I mean, the
Or the
list goes
suits.
on.
Y'all gonna
mean,
see all that on
my
the show. I'm gonna
mouth
show
dropped.
y'all.
Wow.
See, he's a fan.
I am a
of-
fan.
That's crazy.
Yes.
And I didn't
Because
really know that when I pieced them
She has
together.
a gift and a talent that it amazes me.
Stop it.
And
I ain't
when
gonna be able to walk out this
the work
door.
was fine tuned. It was like you took it to a tailor. It's not sloppy. You're the best.
Thank you, sweetie.
That is
Well,
amazing.
you are the best.
So let's talk about you, cause
Right, let's
I ain't
get
done
to
talking
you.
about
you
How
ain't. You
amazing
just
he
got in
is.
Kansas City yesterday, and all of a sudden you done did 6 shows this year. How the hell? First of all, why are you
Oh,
here?
let me get my notepad so I can
Oh,
take some notes.
God.
Why are
Okay.
you in Kansas City?
Well, what happened was I got a divorce and I used to fuel airplanes.
Okay.
And this was the closest place that I could move from and feel comfortable if things didn't work out. This was my first time being all alone and on my own.
Okay.
And when I got here, I didn't realize it was such a city of fashion, full of creatives is what it is. I mean, you can turn the block and there's a painter or a poet or a stylist or a creative director or a videographer or a photographer. this city is a vibe.
And people sleep on us. I think we sleep on ourselves as well, too.
That part, too.
Yeah.
And because I'm not from here, although I'm from Chicago, Illinois, I see the city differently.
For sure.
I see it as a jewel, you know, and as a vibe. And, you know, when you live someplace, I understand you kind of just, things become custom and
You
normal.
take advantage
Yes,
of the
yes.
creatives and the things that we
yes.
just see often. We just
Take it for
normalize
granted.
it,
Yes.
essentially.
And Chicago is a melting pot, but I've never lived anywhere like this.
Y'all hear that, Chi-Town?
I love it. I love it. I love Kansas City, Missouri. I just love it.
Missouri, don't say Kansas or we will fight
Oh,
you.
okay. Somewhere across the land and the border.
Good.
I said Kansas City,
No, I'm
Missouri.
telling my people that's listening,
Oh,
they better
yeah.
not ever say
No.
Kansas, because there is a
I got
Kansas.
checked on that so many times here. I just say the whole
We
thing.
don't play. We don't play.
It is a difference.
We be in our feelings about that.
There's a difference.
But we share a lot, so no hate.
That's
we love
so
y'all
true. That's so
thoughts out there. So you
The shade.
moved to Kansas City. What, like, you wanted to be closer to, did you come from Chi-Town?
I came from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
That's where I was married. I was married for 9 years, and I lived there.
Okay.
And we parted ways amicably, and I came here. You guys had a small airport like the airport that I used to work
Gotcha.
for with military
Downtown.
planes. F1 firefighters and stuff like that come through, and I was used to doing that. But
You don't look like you fuel airplanes.
I sure can.
He don't do it in this though.
I don't do it now.
You don't do it in this.
I
You don't
do it-
wear these
not
garbs.
in this, not in this, not in this. But it gets cold here in the wintertime, and I ain't for it. I ain't for de-icing no plane in the frost. No.
Because you ain't have to worry about that in Arkansas.
No, because right now I would have on shorts and a t-shirt. In January, I'd have on shorts and a t-shirt or a jogging suit and be cool. But here it gets cold like it's Chicago weather.
Yeah.
Which I'm used to because, you know, I got to pull out my trench coats, furs, and the urs and all that good stuff.
Furs and irons. So had you been to Kansas City prior?
I had never been to Kansas City. I only heard about Kansas City from the Michael Jackson song.
I'm going to Kansas City.
That's right. And then from the Wizard of Oz, you know.
And that was Kansas.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's why he came
But
in here
that's-
having to get checked.
It was
by
just
us
close
once
enough
he-
for me to
once
move,
he
for me to
moved.
drive to.
Okay.
And you guys have loved me from like day one.
Because I think the first time I saw you, I think it was Pride on the Vine.
That's
So
right.
not 22, it must have been 21.
Because Skittles is
and
my
you were
client.
styling
That's
Skittles.
right.
And I was just like, who is this dude?
Skittles.
Ah, that's how everybody felt. Like,
who is this
who
dude?
is this?
But then
Who
I
is this?
kept seeing him, and I was like, oh, okay. But I never got a formal introduction. And I don't know if you remember this, but I was celebrating my baby's 21st birthday at the parlor. And we was there in February. And my song came on, and I started dancing, and you two-stepped with me.
Okay.
Do you
I love
remember
the
that?
two-step.
You
I don't remember that.
It's the drugs. Stay away from them. But I was like, oh my God, he's got such a sweet spirit. And then my husband threw me this surprise concert earlier this
Oh, my
year.
God.
And he was there.
That thing
And
made
I just
me
kept
weep.
seeing him. I was like, who is that? And he stopped me and he was like, I got to work with you. And I was like, who are you and what do you want?
What are we working on?
I had already been asking about who you were because I kept seeing you too. And
She be everywhere.
that's right.
Hey, don't worry about
And
me being
then
outside.
when your husband threw you that love fest, I thought that was the most romantic and amazing thing. In my
Yeah.
dream somewhere, somebody did something like that for me.
Yes.
So I connected to it.
Wow.
And it was the best singers. It was in the best location. Actually, at that event, I met a whole nother tribe of Scorpios.
So is that where you met
Comfy.
Comfy? You didn't know her when you came?
Kinda, not really.
Okay.
But
Shout
I
out to
met-
Comfy, the
at your
creative.
event, I met 6 other Scorpios.
Wow.
And we have gelled and been together
That
ever
was a
since
crazy
then.
ass fucking event.
It
if
was
all them
great, though.
Scorpios was there.
Yes, it was.
But so flashback. I feel like we talked about this. Anywho.
We did because we have met and talked.
But no, I feel like we talked about this on another podcast, but my husband just asked me. I absolutely love the live music scene here in Kansas City, and some people don't know is it's real here. Like
It's a vibe.
everywhere you turn.
This city is a city of live music,
Mm-hmm.
good music, soul music, jazz, and two-stepping, and fashion. No fucking lie. Can I say that?
You can say fuck.
This
I love
city
saying
is a
fuck.
city
That's my
of-
favorite F
When I say
word.
live, I can go out any night of the week and hear
7
live
days a week.
music.
Yes.
I can go out any night of the week and hear live jazz. And because I'm from the church culture, I love a good organ. I love a good band.
They be playing them church chorus.
Man, my church band is the band that you guys use
Touche,
most of the time.
exactly.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
So my husband was like, "Hey, he knows how much I love live music. If you could put on a show, who would you use? Local artists?" I was like, "Bam, bam, bam. No thoughts about it. Use this band." Is because he's a musician. He's an artist. He's a engineer. He's just everything. He's just like the best fucking husband ever. Anywho.
I love it, man.
So fast forward, I'm stupid, y'all. I see a flyer with all these people on it. And I'm like, that would be my favorite fucking show. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm an event planner in Kansas City. I've been in these streets for a long ass time. So I was just like, who is this promoter? Because I won't go to an event unless I know who putting it on sometimes. Like, I ain't never heard of them. It was at a venue I got married at. My wife Sherayla from episode 3, Black Erotica, she was there. She was one of my singers.
I love her.
Lee Langston, my bro, came down from Oklahoma. Harv moved to LA and flew in to LA for that. I'm like, what the fuck? This is gonna be a dope ass show. I don't give a fuck who's doing it. I'm asking questions. Everybody's lying. So I go to this show. My husband's like, should I get tickets? I'm like, yes, get tickets. Like, come on. What are you talking about? It's going to sell out. So we get there, and I'm just chilling. I'm looking at him like, damn, I wonder how much this shit costs. This venue is this much.
Yes.
These bands.
Yes.
He was like, shit, I don't know. Next thing I know, he grabs the microphone. Long story short, this was a concert for me. He used the list I gave him several months prior, and he put into this immaculate show with all of my favorite musicians and artists from Kansas City, my favorite band, my favorite venue, my favorite everything. And he took the mic and everybody started bringing me flowers. And he had created a Facebook page, a logo, flyers, everything. And he did it just for me. So the concert was called Just For You, Just Because Entertainment. That's what it was. And it was all for me. He gave me my flowers and it was the best.
Your husband had to be very attentive. He has a good listening ear. He was paying attention.
He was. And he always
that was
is.
very attention to detail. You don't get more romantic than that.
We got married in that venue. It was like, wow. So everything.
We felt all of that in the audience.
Yes.
We felt it. I swear to God, we felt that thing. We were weeping and just, everybody was in love with everybody. I mean, it was just perfect.
So I saw him again there.
Yeah.
Then I seen him again and seen him again and seen him again.
Yes.
So I kept seeing him, and he was like, I want to
Consistency is
work with
key.
you. And I was like, man, I'm retired. I'm not in these streets no more. I don't know who told you what, because they be lying on my name out here in these streets.
I asked every one of those people who was sung for you that night about you.
Oh, so they had a bias.
Yeah.
Clearly. But yeah, so I was just like, we met up and we talked and we vibed and we connected, and I just kept saying his name, and it was like, God damn, like.
And your
he's
son
everywhere.
did my hair once because he worked with Comfy.
Yes. So
That's
my
right.
son, shout out Tyreek Nazir, he's in MU.
Yes.
We just went up there yesterday, my first MU football game ever.
love it.
But he was down here interning, not interning, what is it called? Apprenticing,
Yes.
coming under Comfy, and then they connected. So it went full circle. He didn't realize that was my son. And then my sister here, who very recently has started manifesting, coming to grips with her manifestation.
Yes.
She's been in these streets too. So what have you done in these streets? While you been hooking in the streets?
Well, I've been hooking.
When did
in
you
these
start
streets.
hooking in the streets?
Well, when I was a young girl. No. 2019 was when I made. No, I'll say the very end of 2018 was when I made my very first stitch.
Why? Why did you do it? Like what?
So two things. I wanted to find a hobby.
Okay.
Because my son Preston he was 2 at the time, and I was coming home from work chasing him all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be chasing kids every day.
Fuck these kids.
I don't want to just be chasing him every day. I need to find a hobby. So I actually ordered something. Somebody had crocheted something. An old neighbor of ours, Jennifer Crockett.
Oh, okay.
So she had posted these ear warmers that she had for sale, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute." So I bought one, and I loved it. And I was like, "Man," I was looking at it like, "This is really cool. I think I'm gonna learn how to crochet." and went to YouTube.
Good
I
old
was like, good old YouTube.
They help you every time.
And I'm like, okay, if I learn how to crochet, I can save money for Christmas and just make everybody scarves.
For real.
Bet I'm gonna learn how to do this because I won't save money because I need to save money. So it took me like a week to make my very first stitch. I was like, man, this is stupid. I'm gonna just figure out something else to do. What am I gonna buy them? Because this ain't working. So
because this was in December. This was at the end of the year.
this was crunch time. I need to figure it out fast.
Everybody get a potholder.
So Mom was just like, man, just keep at it. You'll figure it out. So I finally made my first stitch, and I was like, all right, let me make these scarves, turn these out real quick. And from the day I made my first stitch, I've crocheted every single day since then. Wow. Last month was my first like break because I had 2 shows back to back, and I just like took a break.
How many shows have you had this year?
This year I have had 4 shows. I've had 4 shows this year.
That's good.
That is a lot.
A lot. And 2 of them were 7 days apart. So that was stressful.
Do you repeat? So if that's the case, do you like everything that was in show A is gonna be in show B? Is that how that works?
It should. If I had some sense, it would.
But she ain't got no damn
in a
sense.
different way though. You style it up different. You gotta
No,
style
she
it
didn't do
different.
that at all. Though she
Girl, you
did a whole
just
new.
I do the same thing. I don't like to show the same thing in each show because it gets boring.
Yeah, and if you're gonna get your work captured on a photograph, and
That's right.
especially by
That's right.
Jerome Hutchinson.
Come on, Jay.
Come on now, it got to be top tier. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to repeat anything. I usually make brand new things. And the first of the back-to-back shows, I had a couple of the same models.
Okay.
In one show, and the following week, they was my models in another show. And on the first show, they was like, okay, so we wearing this next week? And I was like, no.
Disappointment.
It's like,
Did you yawn? You better get your life together.
I tried
Are
to
we
sneak
boring
it
you?
in. No,
I
you're
see
not
that.
boring me. I've been up since 4 a.m.
That's great.
I don't know.
So why are you here? You should have canceled on me.
I never cancel. I don't ever cancel to be in front of the camera.
like struggle bus or no, we gonna do this.
Finish talking, I'm learning.
So
I'm taking over this show.
Every time, y'all, every show,
we
somebody
gonna turn
takes
the
over.
interview this way. in a
No, we
minute.
ain't
that's why you sit right there, right in the middle,
Yes.
so you can navigate.
Yes,
You
yes.
can navigate between the two.
ADD is real, y'all.
I mean, and so is a forget from memory. I mean, what was I
You
saying?
were talking about your different shows. You've done 4
Yes,
shows this
yes,
year.
yes,
You
yes,
started
yes.
at the end of 2018.
The models were wondering if they were wearing
Yeah,
the same
thank
thing.
you, because my
Yeah.
memory is trash. So yeah, I was like, no, I don't have enough sense to have y'all wear the same thing next week. So I had to do one show, had everything made, and the following week I had to like do the finishing touches on the following show.
And you got how many kids?
I have 2.
And how many
Preston
husbands?
and Sid.
How many husbands?
I got 1 husband.
So, and you got a job?
Yes.
So
I
you
have
got a
full-time
job, 2 kids, 1 husband.
Yes. Yes,
And-
yes, and yes.
Jesus. So how long does it take you to make one outfit?
So my favorite thing to say when someone asks me this question is if I was on a deserted island. So if I had absolutely no responsibilities and I could just do this just from morning to night, straight through, I would probably say an outfit would probably take 2-3 days to make.
That gray robe that Gage wore, how long did it take
He
you
been
to wear
talking about this robe since he walked in the door. Where's the robe?
Shout out to Gage.
Shout out to Gage. I don't
He
even
came
know him, but I
through
know
on
him.
that one.
You know,
Okay, so where is the robe? Because he keep talking about it.
It's at home.
that
Boxed
gray
up.
robe
It's
is
ready.
Spectacular. You know, in fashion, a lot of times
doing
we
it
see,
again, y'all.
we see most women garments on the runway. So when you see a designer make something for a man,
Specific.
of course it's going to catch my attention, and then something as upscale
Listen, y'all.
as a
He
robe.
is pumping me up.
No, it's serious.
Captivating.
It's serious. This gray robe, go look it up.
No, I'm gonna show y'all right before
Oh,
when
yeah.
the episode starts. I'm gonna show
telling
y'all
you.
this gray robe.
Like
It's
insert
great.
And y'all can tell
gray
me-
robe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Well, I wanna
luxury.
showcase both of your art. So,
Okay.
Rachel, you're a hooker.
Yes,
you
I am a
crochet.
hooker. Mhm.
Do you hook?
I don't hook.
What you doing?
Crook. No. You say hook or crook. I'm a stylist designer. Now, I first started out as being a stylist.
Okay. Please tell me.
There's a
'cause
difference.
Break it
Here we
down.
go.
What is a stylist do?
I would say I'm a stylist, designer, tastemaker.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
let me
fancy
break
as
it down.
fuck.
So a stylist is someone where I have a client come and seek me out and they have an event or something or a photo shoot and they want to be dressed for.
Okay.
So I will go and purchase or pool, which means I will connect with a store or a vendor or something and just borrow the look.
Gotcha.
Okay, because they just want it for that photo shoot. Now, if it's an event and you wear the look, then we got to purchase.
Why do I need a stylist?
You need a stylist because a stylist will go through and pick the earrings. You may already have the look. But they may say what the hair should be like, what the lips should look like.
So they may bring it all together.
They bring the details.
But some people don't even know what they want to wear.
A stylist will will lay it out.
Okay.
A, B, C, D,
Okay.
E, F, G, all the way
Because
to
I'm
Z.
like, I can pick my own clothes. Why I need to get somebody to pick my clothes?
And
for
a
me?
stylist will go and take what you already have in your closet and mix it
And make
match
it work.
That's
Okay.
right. Mix them
Okay.
old with the new.
'Cause you have a
high,
vision.
Wardrobe.
high with low.
Do
Yeah.
you have to get to know your clientele in order to do that? Is there an interview process? How do you know their
There's
style?
a consulting process.
Okay.
It should be.
Okay.
Me and you should. In my how I run my business is let's meet and let's talk, so we can find. I want to figure you out in a comfortable space. Okay, where I see you let your hair down and you talk about that part. Let it down. Okay. Let your hair down. I can't let mine down.
Don't let
I
no
just got
dandruff
done.
fly off. Okay.
Just do the shake.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
No shake.
Dandruff-
Oh, okay. All right.
It's okay.
Do a slow shake.
But a stylist will come in and just be attention to detail.
Okay.
We will find comfort with each other and build camaraderie.
Because I need to trust you. I need
You
to trust
gotta
that you
trust
ain't
me
going to make me
because
look crazy.
I have to go in your intimate spaces.
Okay.
Which is in your bra area, in your your bottom half area.
titties,
That's
my
right. That's right.
ass.
You have to be comfortable with me and
But
know
why you got to touch them to dress them?
I have to cause bra straps,
Okay. So this...
pull and tuck. and
Yeah, I
lift.
had to put on somebody's
You got titty tape.
Titty
Okay.
tape
You know,
before.
You
want
want
to
to be
intimate.
totally.
Okay.
when you DeLo Stylez is an experience. We don't have any personal space when we come in contact.
Because
with
you
each other.
all up in my...
That's
my-
right.
my
And
space.
also, I am building you up
Okay.
to go out as well.
So confidence
That's
is
right.
important.
And a lot of models and people who come and see me, they need to be built up, reassured that they are the,
So do you be having a lot of people sometimes?
It's not lie. I just find the light in people.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that sounds like some bullshit, but I believe
It's
you.
not bullshit. We all have a light that we carry, right?
And so and that's what you do when you get to know someone. You're able to see those things that you
That's
somebody
right.
can't fill out a piece of paper and say, I'm having a photo shoot for my birthday. I need your help. You can't figure that out reading. So you meet with them, you consult with them, kind of similar to a hairstylist.
Exactly.
You get to know them, their personality, what they like, what they don't
And
like.
tell me what you're looking at on social media. Who are you vibing with? What celebrities do you see yourself in? Or what do you think that you can wear according to your body or you dream of wearing?
Okay.
And then I keep it real with you. That ain't gonna work, sis.
Okay.
Bro,
So it takes some
that
brutal
ain't gonna
honesty
work.
sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. I can
Absolutely.
respect that because that means I know you're not full of shit. You're not
That's
pumping me
true.
up. You're not just telling me anything. You're going to be honest and realistic, and you're not going to have me go. And it's weird to me because my style is not going to be your style. So as a stylist, you kind of have to adapt to what that person's needs and desires are.
And
But also,
push the limit. And
exactly.
because if you wanted to style yourself, then you would look like you
All the
you would-
time.
Yeah.
You stay
came
with-
and
I would
saw
stay in my
me
box.
because you want to look different.
I think I want to do this. How much do this type of
Yeah.
stuff? Babe, can
But
I
I'm
do
always
this?
gonna stay in your box though.
Can we afford him?
Of course.
How much you cost?
To each client is different.
Okay. If you could give a range of what your services would start at and how much they could get, like based on,
You put me on the spot.
no, you don't have to be specific, but I just want our
To
listeners
each client
to know.
and each client and each event is different. If you're doing a photo shoot, it depends on how many looks you want to swap in. It depends if you want to borrow the looks or if you want to own the looks.
So it's a lot of different variables. Y'all see how he
That's
just
right, yes.
totally dodged that question.
Because it's gonna
a
be
lot
different.
Is it affordable? Can a person who's on a regular
I am
income,
affordable.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you'll
because
work
we
with
can get something from Aldi's and mix it with Walmart.
Yes.
and make it look like it came from Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh, you know what? Aldi's do sell clothes and shoes.
I have gotten leggings and things from
You
Aldi's
sure,
for my
right?
customers. That's right.
So you can ball on a budget and look
B.O.B.
this good. That's amazing.
This is
D'Angelo
not
said
budget,
maybe
though.
not
This,
maybe not this.
Maybe not this.
but a similar.
But I can get you around the corner.
You can find this at the thrift store.
Not this.
Well, no, not this. But if you wanted to,
I'm not a thrifter. Oh my god. I have.
you can find it as on a budget because, like you
yes,
said,
you can find it on a budget.
You can find.
Let me take that back. I am a thrifter if you need me to. I'll take that back. I'm learning how to thrift.
I like that.
It's fun. Today is a great day to thrift. Like if we went on Warnell, like we could go to 4 or 5 thrift stores and they got 50% off.
Actually, I got a dress from my collection that I showed yesterday from a thrift
See,
store.
quit lying.
Oddly
You
enough.
out here trying to lie to the people.
That's why I corrected
Okay.
myself. I can self-correct.
So
real
whether
quick.
you're bougie or whether you're broke,
Holla at your boy.
we gonna get you together. His
Yeah,
contact
yeah.
information
Yeah.
will be on this podcast.
Please, and then
Do you
although
travel?
absolutely.
Okay.
Most of my shows this year have been out of state.
That is what's up.
Montgomery, Alabama. I went to Philadelphia.
Bama, ain't that
Uh-huh.
where they had the chairs?
That's where they had the chairs, but they also crowned me Fashion Designer of the Year.
Oh shit!
Shout out to your
Give
boy.
me some.
Okay,
Did you
okay.
have a chair in your set?
I did not have a chair. They hadn't whooped ass then.
That came
This was
after-
before the
after you
brawl.
left. The brawl.
When I left
He stirred the pot.
I stirred.
I
I
stirred
was
the
like,
pot.
don't y'all. Yeah.
Y'all gonna take that?
Take that. Oh, right. Y'all gonna take that?
Y'all gonna take that?
I'm on my way home. Y'all gonna take that? No, I wouldn't take that if I was y'all.
So all the shows you've had, so you do travel. If someone needs a consultation, do you offer those virtually, or because I know pandemic kind of got everyone into a tizzy.
Pandemic. Just take good care of yourself.
Take good
Vitamins. Wear the mask when you travel on airplanes. You know, vitamin C, vitamin D.
But if someone was out of town and
Sea
just wanted
moss.
to get to know you prior to you traveling to help,
Let's
them,
talk. Let's FaceTime. Let's
Okay,
have conversations.
virtual, so.
You can hit me up on social media, but we need to talk. I want to look into your eyes. You're going to look into my shades, and we're going to have a conversation.
because you can't see his eyes. He got his hater blockers on today, y'all. Y'all know
I
it. It ain't
always
no
wear
sun
my
in here.
shades.
What does that do?
You know what? It keeps me off planet Earth.
So where are you at now?
I'm in my own world. I always exist on a level of joy.
Are you in Mars?
No, I'm on the planet of joy.
Joy.
Yes.
But it's how many planets? And I don't remember Joy being
don't
one
know.
of them. But you added your own planet.
Do we know?
Do we know?
Do we
Are
ever
there?
know?
Do aliens
I'm somewhere
exist?
between Earth and the heavens.
Earth and the heavens. I like it. So you high? That's
No.
what you're trying to say.
No. Okay. I don't mind that, but I wake up in joy. It's a choice.
Okay, we gon' just go just a little bit off.
Okay.
Off. How easy is that?
It's not easy. It's very hard to do. It's really got to be a practice behavior. Like, adversity is going to come my way. The devil is definitely going to try me because he's going to see if I'm who I say I am.
Okay.
Outside of cameras, off the camera. He's going to see if I am who I appear to be or present to be. And it's a learned behavior. You have to learn, which means you have to unlearn.
All these behaviors you've had.
You
all
have to
these years
unlearn the
before.
things that were placed on you that don't belong to you.
How do you figure out what does not belong to you?
Therapy.
Okay.
If you want to hide
Therapy is
anything
real.
from a black man, they say you put it in a book. But I'm a seeker and I love to read. So I learned.
Okay.
I learned.
So you did your research.
I also stood in the mirror and bawled out crying and told myself the truth about myself.
You did the shadow work. That shadow work is necessary when you really are
shadow
ready
work.
to break it down and
Yes,
get
I
to
love
know
it.
who you are because
Yeah.
you can't expect to find joy in someone else. I can't expect to find a man and meet a man that's gonna bring me joy. If I didn't have joy when I met that man, I will never find it in him. He leaves and then my joy is gone. Hell no.
One thing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith said that was relevant, and Will Smith
Lord.
talked about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith in a couple years previously, that they couldn't make each other happy. Happiness is a thing of self.
Internal.
And although we didn't know that they were apart at that time, they had split apart to learn how to make themselves happy. And that thing had clicked with me because when I was married, I used to find my happiness in my husband.
Okay.
And towards the end, I couldn't find it anymore.
Do you
But-
know what's crazy about that to me is, for me, when I went through something similar, I thought I was okay. I thought I was confident and I thought I was secure. And then you break down and realize you're not.
No, you're not.
And as dope as you thought you were, you had a lot of work that needed to be done for you to even reach another level in which you do have that confidence, that security, and your happiness doesn't lie in someone else's existence.
I'm as single as I can be, and I've been single for 2 years now. Okay, divorced and single for 2.5, 3 years. My ex is remarried and moved on. Okay, that means it ain't no going back. You have to.
You can't
find
spin
it.
a block like Nelly and
That's right.
Ashanti.
That means you have to. All of these issues come and they arise, and you got to deal with it. You also have to go back and deal with your childhood trauma.
Oh, Jesus.
If you don't touch on that childhood trauma first, you can't get to present. I swear to God, this don't come overnight, y'all. I'm telling you, you got to do some work by yourself. You really have to be able to be by yourself.
So
and
you're
alone.
intentionally single right now?
No, I want to be.
So you
I
on the
wanna be
market?
made up.
So if y'all want, like what y'all see, y'all hit me in my DMs.
Oh my God. Hit up. Okay.
Chuck Wolverine.
Do the
Now,
Van.
now make sure you come correct now, okay?
What does coming correct mean? Because earlier you kind of talked about doing this or doing this. So that means
I want to wake up next to a hard dick. That's coming
what
correct.
the fuck just
But
happened?
in my free time,
We're finessing fashion.
I don't mind enjoying life in both sides.
So you want to play with the women?
I don't know.
He's horny because he's talking about
I'm
hard
not. Okay, I know we went
God
left
damn.
to right. Oh my God.
Always.
this is my mind.
Always.
I would like to wake up next to a man.
So you've done your shadow work. You've got to know what you need
I know exactly what I
outside
want.
of somebody else. So now you are actually seeking, not necessarily seeking, but you are open to having a relationship because now you feel like you are ready.
Yes, I could be in a relationship with a man and a woman together.
You're trying to be on my team, boy.
You know, we already talked about that.
Poly, y'all
But
know
it's
I'm
gotta
poly.
it's got to be real commitment. But outside of that, then I want to be with a guy, and that's only because I was married to a woman and a man before.
How many times you been married?
Okay, that part.
You gotta take a drink to that?
Moving on.
Okay. He just told y'all to answer a minimum of 2.
Minimum.
And you got a baby girl.
I do. Zoe, shout out to my baby.
Shout out to
Hey Zoe. Hey Zoe.
Fuck
baby,
them
I
kids,
love
but hey
you.
Zoe.
Fuck them kids. No,
But not
I was
Zoe.
married to a woman for 3.5, 4 years, and I was married to a man for 9 years.
Okay, so the marriage to the woman came first.
That's right.
Is
That was
that-
an arranged marriage. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that Zoe's mom?
No.
Okay. He be in
we
these
did not
streets,
get
y'all.
married,
He
but
be
we are both
outside.
Scorpios together.
Okay. So,
Shout out to Jamie.
Shout out to Jamie.
October 31st is her birthday.
Okay. So, but clearly 2 Scorpios didn't work. Or was it?
We still work.
Okay. What I was trying to say was
That part.
he's looking for love in
Yes,
all the
yes,
right
yes.
and wrong places.
Listen, bro, fella, if you are a man of your word, okay, no bullshit, you got a job, doing your thing.
Can you quit bamming his
I'm
water
sorry,
on my table?
doing your thing. Holla at your boy. And if you and your lady, holla at me, okay? All right. And if none of that happens, then I'm going to just be happy in Jesus alone.
In Jesus' name, amen. I left my holy water from the last show at home. Some told me I should have brought it because, Lord.
God bless this
Go
real
to your
quick.
sister.
Yeah, because
I'm getting off the camera.
okay, so
I'm a good interview. I know.
so we have a person who's been married before,
Thank you
who's
for this.
currently single.
Pause 1 second. Can I take
No,
over?
you are not gonna take over my goddamn show. I'm about to talk to my sister, and then you might be able to ask me a
your
question or two. Okay, so you on your first marriage,
First and only.
first and only. You have
what you
2
trying to
children.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just trying
trying to
to
throw that in my
differentiate between our 2 guests.
I'm just saying.
How does children and a husband and full-time work, does it impact you being a hooker?
It does.
Okay, how
Because
so?
I have little to no free time.
So how do you go to having little to no free time to having 4 fashion shows this year alone?
Well, I have no free time. I have to make time. So that means early mornings, waking up, set my alarm at 5.
Okay.
To get a few hours worth of work done before the kids wake up, before I got to get them dressed, before I got to get ready for work, before I got to log in.
Ooh.
And sometimes after work, I'll pick it up and do another hour or so. And then once everybody's asleep.
So you don't get no
That's
rest.
when you work when they sleep.
and before they wake up. So when do you
How long
sleep?
it take you to make that gray roll?
Oh my God! Please,
It's
Jesus.
phenomenal.
Follow
tell
her
us,
to her house.
How long did it take you?
Well, now on the gray robe that he keeps speaking of, it was actually arm knitted. And I have a video on my page about it, but I was doing a video of me actually making it. So I use my arms instead of a crochet hook, and that goes really, really fast. So for the robe, it was probably like an hour.
That whole thing?
Mm-hmm. Because it goes fast, and it's really big. And
That's what she said.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry,
manager,
I'm sorry.
please. He do not know his role. I don't understand what keep happening here. He don't know what's going. That's why I shouldn't give my guests libations.
It's because I'm a fan. I'm fanning out.
Fangirl, okay,
Too
Jesus.
late.
So it take a lot of time. But let me
Yes.
tell you, pause.
Pause.
So you talked about Will and Jada and how they separated to kind of get to know each other. Something Jada has said is probably the biggest thing that she said on one time on her Red Table Talk. She said, I have to know who I am outside of a mother and a wife. And do you remember Joy Walk?
Yes.
A conversation me and my sister had a while ago, years ago, just about, there has to be a balance. And Jada taught me that. Like, I can't just be a wife. I can't just be a mother, because at one point those children grow up, they leave the house. And then even when you're married, you just have to maintain a balance. You have to find that time. And so that's funny that you connected that conversation, and that made me think of that conversation I had with you, because I got that from Jada. Like, okay, you have this work, you have this hobby, which is your business now. It's not even a hobby anymore. Shout out to manifesting that shit.
Yeah.
You have these children, you have this husband, so you have all these different things. You have balance. When do you have time to just
Enjoy life.
be you?
Outside of being a mom and being a wife. Ain't you listening?
Well, and you know what? I get it. I get it too, because we are at RNA Accessories, 7928 Truths for all your firearm accessories needs. So my husband and I just opened a business in Kansas City 7 months ago. And this is something that we both are passionate about, the Second Amendment. Make sure that you guys have some type of protection no matter what it is, even if it's not a gun. Anywho, that's a different show. However, we're fine. My gun is right where it's always at, and they not walking up in here.
Real
they
sexy.
could try it if they want to.
I feel safe and secure.
Okay, good. Are you offended because he told me taking off my gun was sexy? Are you offended? He said he was bi, so I'm not here to play with you, D'Angelo. Okay.
We can say I do. That's all. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm looking for a sister wife, not a brother husband.
But you just speaking for yourself.
Oh, my bad. Okay. We can say we look for a sister wife. You look for a brother husband or a sister wife?
I'm open. I'm open-minded.
What the fuck was we talking about?
With the pie. What are we talking about?
What was we talking about?
Don't go there. That's
Joy
a private
Walk.
conversation.
Joy Walk.
Thank
Okay.
you, sis.
What I'm finding in that us starting a small business is the time that our time is extremely limited, and it's just not necessarily running the business that's the time, but it's the business, and it's the children, and it's the jobs, and then it's us arguing who gonna work, who ain't gonna work, what you gonna do. Like, so there has to be a balance, period. It's not, and our children aren't as small as your children, so it's not like they run around the house. Our kids don't even talk to us. They go in their room, shut their door. We don't even know until they hungry. That's when we see them.
No,
But
that sounds like Preston. That sounds like a 7-year-old right now.
so we do
started
have the
early.
older children. We are more established as far as the children are concerned, but now we're starting this new business together. So there has to be a balance, period,
Right.
no matter what you're doing. So Zoe, is she in Kansas City?
She's in Arkansas, Little Rock.
So how challenging is that?
A lot of FaceTimes.
A lot of FaceTime. Shout out to iPhone.
Thank you, Lord. And if you don't have iPhone, Google Duo, because I Google Duo my grandmother too.
Yeah.
A
Android
lot of
life.
I don't know about the Androids. I don't want to date an Android user.
You get that
The green bubble. If I'm talking to a girl and I see a green bubble, I'd be so upset.
Like, what?
And they don't even know. They just think it's like us against them. They don't realize it really is a lag time.
It's
Their
a
pictures and
mental
videos
thing,
really
too.
like it's like we picking on them.
Blue is vibrant.
Yes, because I'm a
Green.
Crip, and I'm from the folk.
Now, you know
Block.
from the shot.
Now you Chirac?
Is it more money?
Hey, don't have nobody pulling up on me.
Shout out to my cousins who came here from Chicago, Rubeline Wright and Dominique Wright.
Dang, why are you giving they whole government names? You don't know who is watching this show.
When it's right, it's right. Are they coming in? To get some
They
ammo?
are not coming in to get anything. So there's a challenge. You have to, your time as far as your daughter, you have to make time to do that,
because
to work, to do
you
shows.
know what? The good thing about technology is you can be present from afar.
Okay.
You know, and the lack of presence of my father made me want to make sure that I stayed current and present with her. Here's my number. I don't care if you call me. I don't care if I'm in the heat of things. I will pause.
And how old is she?
7.
Oh, she's a baby.
No.
She's not a baby.
No.
She's not a baby.
These kids
She's
now,
grown.
this
Girlfriend had
different.
good grown conversation.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
different
mean, just
breeds.
as far as the age, because
She's a
we
toddler.
have to 22. Our daughter's about to be 22 tomorrow.
Our kids are the same age.
But
Yes.
now that's a baby. I would say she's a toddler. Anything from 13 to
Grown.
They not grown. They think they're grown.
27, I think is still a baby.
Yeah. I mean, they are always going to be our babies, but we still have to balance that time. But I can imagine it being even more
She's
difficult.
stretching out for her freedom right now.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
You know, she want to be free.
Zoe?
Your baby.
What baby?
You're 20, how old?
I thought you meant like a baby in my stomach.
No.
What I ain't
I'm
gonna
just saying, I
do.
remember when I was like that age, I was stretching out for my freedom. You know, I
Yeah,
just
she's
wanted to-
actually expecting, so we have a grandbaby on the way.
Stretching out for her
so
freedom.
that's super
Yes.
exciting.
Come on,
Yes.
Grandma.
Shout out to Bree Bree.
Hey, Grandpa.
I'm not gonna be grandma. I will be Shishi. I'm not
How
be
you gonna
grandma.
have
She.
your
The same auntie and grandma? Don't ask no questions.
So she has my kids call her Shishi, but now
Yeah.
she wants her grandchildren
I can't.
to call you Shishi as well.
What are you gonna be? Do you have a name? You don't
Pops.
care. Pops. He already pops. He's so cool, y'all. Y'all
that's
y'all met
why-
him already. Y'all
He
don't
seemed
meet
like
him
a
again.
pops.
He's a pop because he's an old nigga. They be like, hey, OG.
I get that.
Don't do my brother
What was
like
it
that.
like growing up as sisters?
Why is he trying to take over
might wanna
my
take it
show? Girl, I didn't know. This is my little sister. We're 3 years apart. I was like outside back in, when I was school. We didn't get close until she went away for college. Yeah, and that's when we started.
No, I would say you.
when I went away for college. I don't remember what happened when I went away. I got knocked up when I went away.
Well,
for
that's
college.
that's why we got close.
Oh, okay.
I
don't really remember.
the same age.
No, it's a big gap.
No,
A big
my
gap, okay.
oldest
My oldest is
bio
7.
son is 21.
3-year difference mean you guys could still be friends.
We weren't though. We weren't friends.
But
as
you would
kids.
grow up to be friends.
Yeah, that happened.
Because I have a 10-year difference between me and my other brother, and we don't really know each other at all.
But as you get older, you don't think that you can get
It's
closer.
too much.
It's too low. Okay.
Once it's gone, once it's
The window
Too far
closed.
apart.
yeah, we
It's
just
squeaked
respect each
open.
other. We respect each other.
And we're on, and so we got close. I went to college. She went to college. We have bonded in so many ways in our relationship. We were close, but then she got married. She got married first, and I became a parent, and then she became a parent, and then I got married, and then so just as you grow, regardless whether it's
Life be
siblings,
lifing.
first cousins, or you have to try to stay connected amongst everything else. But that goes back to that balance, like the family, the friends, the business, the hobbies, the everything.
So the name of this specific show is called
Finessing Fashion.
What does that mean? What made you
the
pick that
fuck
title
is going on?
to finesse fashion?
How are you?
I also
interviewing
hosted
me?
a radio show for
This
3.5,
is not-
4 years.
You're not getting paid for this, sir.
I'm asking you. What made you pick that? finesse.
I
To
Googled.
finesse something
I
means
Googled finesse. I Googled what I wanted to do with
alter it
fashion.
your way, pretty much.
Because that's what y'all do. So I'm not really familiar with what stylists are until the late.
But you're good in fashion, though.
Because will never stay in this box. I've always been the person who wants to be, oh yeah, she's got on something that they don't have on. I wanted to stand out. And that's always probably why I was good at fashion, because I don't want to go race and get the tennis shoes everybody's racing to get.
Was your mother or father a fashionista?
Heck no.
Or a classic man? No.
Well, Craig might be considered a classic man.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Okay. But yeah, I just my goal was to be different. And so while she was doodling in her book, I don't care what you want to call it, not the same.
I love it.
I don't want to be like nobody else.
Set apart.
Set apart. And in that, I have established this IDGAF attitude. I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't give a fuck what people say. My lifestyle presents that.
What did you go through? No, I'm asking you a serious question.
It's not serious because you asked me questions on my show.
But you have an open relationship style, and that's not typical. It's not traditional. Although, if you research our history,
it came from back in the good old days.
Kings had harems and they had a wife.
Yeah, for sure.
And queens had concubines. They had multiple, and men had wives. So
only as many as they could afford. Shanita, shout out to the Grown Black and Polly.
So yeah, the Polly. But as we move further in this generation, you know, it became like taboo.
Or we didn't know anything about it.
So, I mean, what made you be open? What did you have to go
Finessing fashion. As I finesse my fashion.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It's a mindset, though.
Finessing fashion has anything to do with my polyamorous lifestyle.
It's a mindset, though.
But y'all know I don't give a fuck talking about my lifestyle. But my husband introduced the idea. He introduced the idea of being poly, and I was like, you got me fucked up. I ain't about to be with you and no other bitch. Fuck you. Find you somebody else.
And what made you change?
Growth.
Like people change religions or
growth.
Convert.
It was, I had a lot of insecurities that were birthed in abusive relationships. And that was baggage that I carried into this relationship. And not saying that everybody should be poly or can be poly, because it's not for everyone. However, some of mine was rooted in insecurities. And one day I woke up and he said, "Oh, she's cute." And I said, "God damn, she is cute." And that was actually several years later. He wanted to stifle his desires in order to be with me, and I think that's a crock.
Which is the mindset to be open as a creative,
I see
as
how
an
you
entrepreneur.
He finally want to talk about finesse.
We bring it where we gotta go.
We gonna bring it back to
Which is the mindset to be open to step out and be your unique self. Because in the industry of a creative, as the three of us are, not that you have the imposter syndrome, because we all the three of us are very unique, and we all walk in our own uniqueness. But what about people how do we help someone become more open?
I think confidence is an extremely important part of what it takes to say, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I think you have to be confident in yourself. You have to look in that mirror you looked in and break down in them tears. You might have to do that. You might have to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, bitch, you beautiful as fuck. That big ass nose."
Verbatim.
I've had a big ass nose my whole life. I've had Herman the Monster ears my whole life. I had these big ass smile blockers because I was blind.
I just looked at a picture of you in those smile
Oh my
blockers.
God!
Really, I want to see that. Send that to
I
me.
could not see.
They used to come past their cheeks so
I
she
was
couldn't
and they
smile, so
sat
I
on
called
my
them smile
nose.
blockers.
Post it right here.
I'm gonna
Cut
post
to the
it. I'm a
smile
fun
blockers.
job, but like I had a lot of insecurities. Had this conversation recently, and it was attempting to be an argument, but we weren't told when we were young, "Oh, you're pretty," you know.
Or I love you.
And I love you definitely was not something that we were told. Nothing against our parents or how they were raising us. It just didn't happen. Most likely their parents didn't do it. So I think that resulted in me being in these streets fairly young because I think there was something I was seeking.
What about you?
What about me?
Where did
What's
you get the
question?
confidence to be or become?
That is a great question.
Maybe it's in
y'all
our
can grow up
genes.
together and have different experiences. True.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Oh, she was the complete opposite. I was outside. She was inside.
I was reading books and
I
watching
was.
TV.
You were the
I was a
favorite.
nere.
Were you the favorite?
I was a
That's what
nerd,
she
too.
says.
I wasn't because she's
That's what she
younger.
throws in my face. But
My
that's
mama
not-
still.
Okay.
But
She was
anywho,
with her
They let
friends, and
her-
I was
yeah.
inside.
yeah. So we're 3 years apart. But as I'm graduating high school, she's just starting high school. So I don't know that we even saw that when we were young. Like the way that I've always been. And although I thought it started back then, like the way I am now at 41 years old, you can't tell me shit. Everybody doesn't approve of my lifestyle. They don't like my lifestyle. But why would I give a fuck about whether or not you like what I'm doing in my bedroom, in my house? You ain't paying my bills. Why does that matter to me?
It doesn't.
But some people thrive on, you mentioned when you were talking about consultations, like asking people what celebrities they look to for looks and, for inspiration. And at one point I learned that nobody can inspire me like I can inspire me. Because you don't know what Will and Jada are going
Me
through.
versus me.
We don't
Me
know
versus
if
me.
that slap was real. We don't know if August Alsina was really a situationship or not. We don't know, but we also... Why do you care so much?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why does it? What
we
you
nosy.
eat don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely nosy. I want all the tea, but I'm not gonna be online arguing about it. I'm not gonna look at a couple and say couple goals. Goddamn it, me and my husband are couple goals for me.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what those people are going through that they don't post, that they don't show.
Right.
you.
Well, if we pattern ourselves
They post
after
what they
our
want
great
you to see.
grandfathers,
We
they
all do
had,
that.
they had a wife with 10 kids, and they had a girlfriend around a block, a couple blocks
Yeah.
with 4 kids the same age,
And grandma knew about it.
and they still stayed together.
And they kept it on the hush.
That's
And they were
right.
okay with
And
it.
they had good lives.
And sometimes they may not have been okay with it, but I think the
We didn't
bottom
know.
line is what we have and the basis for a strong foundation is just talking. If you have a desire to want to be with someone else and you're in a relationship, tell your partner that. Maybe they want to be with that same person. Maybe they want to go find somebody else, but a closed mouth don't get fed.
Don't tell them everything.
Listen.
Tell them enough.
Listen.
So you have to have some for yourself.
But when you have a union, and in order for him to know what I want, I need to tell him what I want.
But that's so
he
true.
can't read my mind.
Other than that, you'll be pissed off, mad.
And resenting
creeping,
him because
cheating.
I'm not getting
That's
what I want.
right.
So
And
what
you
I tell
never
him
even
all the time is,
communicated.
tell me you want another woman? Okay, cool. Well, shit, I think I want another woman too. Are we going to share this other woman? Is that going to be our woman or is it going to be your woman? Am I going to find a man? What do you want?
And it's a process to working it. I had an open marriage before. So it's a process to working it out. It's not we have a conversation on Monday.
And it happened on Tuesday.
No.
Because he said he wanted
It's
to be
a
poly
process
6 years
because
ago.
I have to emotionally, I have to make sure first we tight.
You have to have a strong foundation. Because if your foundation can shift and shake, then once another person comes in, they can tear. God damn it, shit, fuck.
All cuss words.
Shaking the table.
All the cuss words.
Okay, we went deep. Go.
Okay, so communicate with your partner, whether you're polyamorous, monogamous. Don't
Communicate
judge people.
in business, period. Okay? Have the language. If you're going to get out here and be a fashion stylist, creative,
But how do you
entrepreneur,
know how do
you
know
have
what
to
that
learn
language
it.
is?
You have to learn
Where
it,
did
which
you learn
means
it from?
I learned it because when I first moved here, I was a assistant to a 20-year-old fashion designer.
Okay.
For about a year and a half. I didn't go to the clubs. I only went to the parlor.
Okay.
And went
Thursday
to
night.
like little live
Yeah.
events that
Intimate.
that's right. But I watched her and I sat in rooms with her where she was in the mayor's office and stuff like that. I was a fly on the wall. And I carried a purse and a briefcase and I learned lessons. You have to learn the language. You also have to study someone. You know, you have YouTube. Watch the reels. Watch the videos. Put people's name in fashion. Pattern yourself after somebody. There's nothing new under the sun, right?
Because when you go on the bread aisle, how many loaves of bread is it?
23.
Sometimes 50 if you're in Walmart.
And that depends if you vegan or not, right?
Yeah. So what that means is this is not the first podcast ever recorded. You've seen a podcast 1,000 times. What
I'm
is going to
good at
make
tipsy now. Y'all hear
this
it. Okay.
What is going to make this podcast unique? I can't say I'm not going to start a podcast because I'm 41 years old and I'm too fucking old or everybody has it. No, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I'm going to cuss. You can say fuck on my podcast. If he wants to suck on his mic, we're going to sanitize it afterwards. You know, we're going to make it work.
I swear it's clean.
We're going to make it work. So you have to do that. You have to go for it. You have to manifest your visions, and you have to research.
I've had people come against me like, who do I think I am? I'm in this new city. I'm not born and raised from
and
here.
You are making a name for yourself.
Consistency is key, though.
Yes.
Okay? Consistency is key. And
because those people that have been here way longer than you and didn't have 6 shows in 2023.
But collaboration is key too.
Because you have to share your knowledge.
Yes.
Because if I learned to teach. If that person didn't allow you to be their assistant and soak up the game and watch them you wouldn't be able to have that to move forward. And I think it's extremely important. Anybody knows me knows I'm power to the goddamn people. Everything I'm gonna do is gonna be black, black, black. It's black and vocal as fuck. That's why we're here. But I'm going to share my knowledge. I know you do, Blabby. I want to bring you up. I want to help you. I want to support you because we all struggling. We've all started from somewhere, and it ain't always the bottom, you know, but
the worst thing we can do as a community and a black culture was teach. What happens in this house stays in this house.
Yes, because we're still breaking
because that means we don't get to ask for help.
That toxicity that we were raised with.
And I need to come to you and be like, I'm going through this.
I need your help.
Or I just need you to sit and listen.
Yeah.
And helping
or say, hey, I know somebody who can teach you something.
Yes, right. And I want to bring you into my circle.
Let me teach you something.
Yes.
Let me teach you something. Mm-hmm.
But everyone doesn't have the attitude that they want to share those gifts and that knowledge because they don't want someone to exceed them. They don't want you to become more successful.
The world is so big. The world is so fucking big. It's so big.
It's room for all of us.
You cannot have a local mentality. Mm-mm. You just cannot.
But sometimes you want, it depends on what you want.
You have to conquer your own territory now first.
Yeah, because
first you have to conquer this.
Everybody doesn't want to be international. Everybody doesn't want to travel to different states. And some people want to be here, and that's what they want. So it depends on what you want for yourself. It's going to change.
Those people haven't had a mind expansion. Once you are expanded in the mind, you can never go back.
But sometimes you can't get that if you're struggling and a single mother and working and
single
take care of
too.
Kids.
We always hear single mothers. We always hear about these
women. Me too.
Don't knock the men.
Me too movement.
Men do good too.
No.
I've seen good men out here. I'm a good man.
Okay.
All right. I'm a defender.
Okay. Beat me up. But regardless, if you're struggling, you may not get to have that mind frame because you really have to be able to step out and do a show and see those people all watching you and your designs and your styles in order to know that
nothing I have belonged to me. Shout out. Can I give a shout out?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Shout out
How many shout outs you gonna get?
Just real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna run it down. Shout out. This would be a good reel.
Okay.
DeLo Stylez. I want to give a shout out to CC's Closet. I want to give out a shout out to Black Onyx Boutique. I want to give a shout out to the Rack Clothing Store. My first show when I went to Montgomery, Alabama and won that award for Fashion Designer of the Week. None of that belonged to me.
But as a stylist, do your designs normally belong to you?
Nope. But I had good understanding.
Okay.
But when you enter fashion shows, the culture is as a designer.
I got it.
When I say I'm a tastemaker, which means I set a trend. And I've always set trends.
Okay.
Even with my marriage. As a matter of fact, we got married as soon as Obama changed the law. We just got married. Yes. I met him on Monday. We got married on Friday.
Because in the LGBTQIA community, everything moves fast sometimes.
And 5 years and dog years is about 50 years. Yeah. Okay. But, as a stylist, no. Because I pull, I borrow, I send back. I do photo shoots. People only need... If you do a photo shoot in an outfit, you ain't going to wear it no more.
Right. So you don't even need that.
That's right. But that's the lessons you got to learn. Holler at me and I'll teach you. But, I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to you guys, okay? Because I've come to the end of the road where
You ready to do that shit on your own?
I've been doing it on my own.
Okay.
But thank you. Don't despise small beginnings is what I want to say.
And these are boutiques that are in Kansas City that
That's
you can
right,
follow,
Kansas
you can
City.
shop at.
Please
and
go
they
and
have
shop.
very
They're right in
unique
the same
clothing.
strip mall. The Rat Clothing Design and Black Onyx Boutique. They're next door to each other.
Well, CC's is not. She is South
CC's
Kansas
Closet.
City,
That's
but
right.
you hit her
Well,
up
hit
and
up
she'll
'cause that's
come
my
to
best
you
friend.
and she'll make it work. Shout out to
Look
Sania.
at you. You be knowing.
I know everybody.
You know
boy.
everybody here. Can't go nowhere without
Kansas City
Sean
Fashion
Sean
Week.
knowing
I
somebody.
love
Kansas
y'all
City
and I
Fashion
appreciate
Week.
it. Kansas City, let me tell you.
Kansas City Fashion Week. There was controversy this year. What happened?
Kansas City Fashion Week, I am a product of Kansas City Fashion Week. Before Phil, which was the previous CEO, retired, he gave me an all-access pass.
Okay.
And when I got in that room with those people, I had my business cards, and I was dressed to the nine, and nobody knew my name a year ago.
And who are you today?
He was all over the red carpet this year. That's how I started seeing you. That
I'm
before
gonna
our
cry.
show.
Nobody knew me, but I just passed my card.
Oh,
out.
Jesus,
And I'm just saying how you just gotta get in the room and network and be ready and be prepared. This is for somebody coming after me.
How
you know?
did you get in that room though?
I inboxed Phil and I just asked him, please give me a ticket to the show.
Because a closed mouth don't get fed. You do, and it's crazy. We all come from different
I'm sorry.
backgrounds. You ain't gotta be
I
sorry.
asked that white man for one ticket to one show because I really wanted to go.
And he gave it to you.
He gave me a week worth of front row tickets. And I just got in that room and I just really, really, really just networked with everybody. Then people did not know me.
But now they know you.
And this year they highlighted me.
And what's gonna happen next year? You don't even know.
I'm just saying, listen. Listen, as a creative, and I could be done talking for the rest of the night.
He lying.
The essence of fashion. Make sure that you're ready, okay? That means when nobody is looking at you, when nobody is watching you, be working, sharpen your tools, collaborate, be kind to people, return garments back in the way that you borrowed them. If you borrowed them one way, clean them and send them back. Say thank you. Don't cheat people out of their money. Pay on time. Have good standards. Be a good man or a good woman in the industry, because I came up against a lot of people who said no to me because people previously had misused their garments and gave them back terrible things, stole from them. I'm sorry.
You start
But-
that you're running my show?
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Just, I'm just saying that this is just something that just has to be
But
said.
everything you just said does not only apply to finesse and fashion.
Okay.
It applies to life.
I totally
That's
just
true.
broke down. I'm so
Like,
sorry.
No, he's not sorry because this shit is
I'm not.
real. You have people that have manifested something for a long time, and to see it come to fruition. To see my little sister when I was young in the same room, we shared the same room. We was on twin bunk
Bunk
beds
beds.
until I graduated.
Who got the top bunk?
I did because I was grown. I was
Makes sense.
I was the boss. But I saw her doodling. I saw her making those stick figures and putting them
They
on the
were not
runway.
stick figures.
Whatever. I saw her do it.
They were not stick figures, okay?
And so to go to a show, to wear a garment that she created from her hands, to go to a show, to see her go to New York Fashion Week, to see her on the front cover of Pitch magazine, to see her manifestations come to life, that shit's real. And if you can't get emotional about some shit like that, you need to go talk to somebody. But Kansas City Fashion Week, the reason I brought it up, and I'm so glad that you actually shared that, because that's not where I was going with it. Because all black designers haven't had that luck in Kansas City.
so true.
So this year, there was a lot of controversy from some black fashion designers based on Kansas City Fashion Week. This boy said he was done talking, and now he's grabbing the mic
But where
again.
you're
So what y'all
going
think he
is,
about to say?
I just did an interview for a documentary, Real Talk. Shout out to Darren Colby. About my perspective about the black creative and fashion designer community in Kansas City versus the European. I'm just sorry. I'm not sorry, but I just have not had the experience of being.
But that's why I'm glad
excluded.
you were able
Yes,
to speak on
yes,
that,
friend,
because
yes.
from what I
I
understood,
don't know why they were kind to me
and,
like
and the
that.
Kansas City Fashion Week, he's done talking again. The Kansas City Fashion Week is in Kansas City, right? Is that like the ultimate, like when you were growing up, or did you even know we had it?
I'm gonna be honest. Before I started crocheting and being a crochet designer, I didn't even know Kansas City had a fashion.
Okay,
scene.
good, because me neither.
I didn't know.
And then as we got, I think maybe because as an event planner being in the scene, I only thought it was New York Fashion Week. I've heard of that before, and I've heard of
done
the
that
international.
before. Yes,
you have,
She's
which
done
I'm doing in
2020
September, so I'm gonna be calling you.
pre-pandemic. She was in New York on Fashion Week. So to not get emotional, to know somebody right next to you, or somebody who was drawing in her notebook, like some little girl is doing out there, drawing in her notebook. Some little boy is thinking about these fashion dreams, and whether you're a boy or a girl. You can do whatever.
shim.
Or listen, we respect all pronouns
Yeah,
here.
absolutely,
Huh?
absolutely.
But no matter who you are, that you can manifest these things. I've never been that type of person. I never wanted my own business. I never wanted my own podcast. I never wanted my own
had
store.
to because you have it.
I never wanted my own T-shirt line. I never wanted my own gun club. I never wanted my own event planning business. Shameless plug, because I do all this shit.
All of it.
All this
Yes,
shit.
all of it.
I never wanted none of that. And that's why I said to the person who doesn't want to go outside Kansas City, that's okay too. That's okay for you
I
to
understand.
that's okay for you to not want to achieve these levels you see other people, because it's somebody for everything. You may not want to own your own business, and that's okay. Go clock in and pay your bills and enjoy your life the same way as everybody else. Everything isn't for everybody. And we didn't know. So Kansas City Fashion Week is something that everybody wants in Kansas City to be a part of. Now we know you can go to Alabama, you can go to these other cities and states,
Go
and you
out
can
of
connect with
state.
people and
Yes.
get. But this year we had a lot of designers come out on how they were treated
we should
unfairly.
Have a black fashion week.
And
here.
that's what we
I'm
need
here
to
for
do.
Kansas City Fashion Week does not own Fashion Week
Yes.
for Kansas City. At the same time, Kansas City Fashion Week, there should be other little sub-fashion shows going on for people who cannot pay that high-end ticket, or that's just not their vibe.
Okay, and let's explain that, because maybe a part of, some people may not understand when you said you contacted the person over Fashion Week to ask for a ticket. These tickets ain't cheap.
Not at all.
So you're gonna have to be able to afford an expensive ticket to be able to attend. And these shows aren't huge; they're small, but they're respected people in the community are there. But a majority of those people don't look like us. So
It's
a
a
lot
European culture.
of
It's a
our
white culture.
stylists and designers in Kansas City experienced that and came out about that
And
this
then
year.
the European culture, mostly, I don't know why it is, but it just is what it is. They like to highlight African designs as that's just what they like. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. So it would be nice to see more of the streetwear.
So there's a
culture.
divide.
I think it's just, you know how sometimes as a culture we can psych ourselves out. I see that with Kansas City in the black culture. Like, maybe you guys, I understand what was, but I'm here to tell you that it's not like that anymore.
You have to knock the door down, kick the door down, make room for yourself.
Go to the audition. Yes, as a designer, you have to audition to be in a big show like that. Yes.
Because I didn't understand that people had to pay to be in shows until my sister was telling me
Girl,
that
you
these
got to
shows
pay.
cost
These
these fees.
shows
I was
are
like,
$5,000,
what?
$3,000.
Whoa.
Not including what you're going to spend on your collection.
On what
To
you're,
make
what
the
you're doing.
collection.
So yes,
Girlfriend,
so
what?
it's definitely
It's
something
not
you
cheap.
have to be able to afford to.
And
do.
when people go to shows, they don't go to buy.
No, they go.
So if you can sell one thing, you've done good.
You've done good. Wow,
And
I didn't
still
know what
lost
was
out
gonna
pocket.
happen today.
Was it good?
I don't know.
I
Was
don't
it
know.
was it as good
Was
for
it
you
nice?
as it was for me?
Oh, I felt like a climax.
Because he was doing Kegels before the
I
show
love-
started, y'all. I don't know what
I'm
happened.
taking over your show again. Hold on,
Finesse
hold on.
fashion.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was
thank
gonna
you.
ask you if you had any
I
last
just want to
words.
say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you from when I reached out to you and you answered my message because you didn't have to. Although you were retired, you wanted to meet with me one-on-one and we had an awesome time.
Yes, we
Thank you for
did.
just keeping up with me, and I've been keeping up with you, and it's always been great energy. And I appreciate you. And everything that I have heard about you in these streets have been wonderful.
You better believe
Nothing
it. I'm a
but
wonderful
goodness.
bitch.
No, for real. I haven't heard a bad thing about you. And I looked and I asked to see. And no, everything I heard about what you have going on, the essence of who
This
you
is
are.
real. What y'all see online for me? I know I saw somebody that was like, "You
Yeah,
really
it's
carry a
real
gun?"
life. It's
If I
real.
took a picture with a gun, yes, I really carry a gun. It's real.
I'm just saying thank you. I just want to say
You are
thank
welcome.
love
I
you.
appreciate you.
Can
I
I say this?
appreciate your
Okay.
openness.
I'm going to your sister. Hold on. You can have your show back in a second. I am a fan of yours and the work that you
Likewise.
do and the attention to detail and your presence and your essence when we were in the trenches together at a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just wonderful. And I just appreciate you, Black woman and
Oh.
Black queen.
Okay.
And I want to collaborate with you.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
many blessings.
Same to you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I know yesterday was a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
You can have your show back.
Are y'all finished or is y'all done?
Birdman.
Okay,
Birdwoman.
where Studio Rae, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Studio Rae, that's RAE. Instagram is Studio Rae 816, and TikTok is Studio Rae 816.
What about Etsy?
Etsy is Studio Rae Creations. I have a small variety of things on my Etsy shop, but you can always contact me on social media for custom orders or anything else you need.
I want y'all to put in high demand that she comes out with a line of these robes. It should be in gray. It
Sir,
should be
where
in
can
black,
these people
it should
find
be
you?
brown.
Sir,
because I want
take
to
that
all
offline.
couple.
Okay, we get it. You
Okay.
want a robe.
Everybody should have. Every man
Where
should have
can the
this.
people that need
Go to
DeLo
DeLo
Stylez?
Stylez, DeLoStylez at Instagram.
He practiced that in the mirror, y'all.
Facebook. Okay, come on. I got to be ready for press. I've been on press tours. Just D'Angelo is
I
my
have to
name.
reevaluate my selection process for this show.
He has done a good job.
He'll be
Okay.
back next week.
And yeah.
We're gonna let DeLo
Facebook,
take out the
Instagram, all
show
that.
because he's
All
just
that.
been doing the whole show the whole time. Finessing fashion, DeLo Stylez, Studio Rae. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen in this show, but whatever I thought was gonna happen didn't freaking happen.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, Studio Rae.
Listen to me on the cover.
Aww.
And it's on her wall in the store here.
Yes,
Because she's a
manifest-
proud sissy.
Manifest that shit, bitch.
This
like
is
the video.
April, this is April, and this is Toya.
Are you still giving shouts out or are you going to finish talking? Like
Shout
the
out.
video,
Shout out.
subscribe
Shout out
to
to my
my
two queens.
channel, comment, tell me what y'all think. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.
She's black and vocal, vocal, vocal. She's black and vocal as fuck, vocal. She's black and vocal, vocal, vocal. She's black and vocal as fuck, vocal, vocal as fuck.